All right, here we go. Episode 5 of Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider. The group is surrounded by Shocker, and the Shocker attack. And Yukarisu is sad because she can't love Mitsuba anymore. But then the group just completely destroys all of the Shocker, and Yukarisu's face explodes into snot tears.
Okay, real quick. I just want to say, Mitsuba, he's got the right idea. I mean, you don't let a woman that stacked go. You know what I'm saying? Like, golly.
He's a good guy. He takes the good with the bad.
What bad, dude? That girl's just a baddie. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, she is Shocker.
What, is she going to turn into a spider too?
I have theories on... Well, I'm going to wait to give them because we don't have any more information yet.
Okay.
But I have theories on Shocker. And a couple things happen, which I want to point out later on once we get to those episodes, that... you know what? Like, what is a Shocker? Yukarisu is the last Shocker standing, and she can't believe that humans beat up an entire squad of Shockers. And Ichio is like, then there was one, and points at Yukarisu. Mitsuba steps in and is like, wait, let me talk to her first. And Ichio says, no, I want an answer right now. And Mitsuba is like, what? And Ichio asks if he intends to marry this female Shocker combatant. And everyone is like, what? Ichio says, if a man and a woman are together, then that means they intend to get married, does it not? And Yuriko is like, I mean, that's a little too simple of an idea. And Tojima is like, wait, there's more to it? And Yuriko is like, no, not you too. What is wrong with you guys?
Yeah. Men have zero understanding of the world in this world, and I love it.
I mean, he just needs to put it in Kamen Rider terms, and then I think they'll get it.
Yeah. Either you get to Kamen Rider 2, or you break up with Kamen Rider 1. End of story.
But it cuts back to Mitsuba, and Yukarisu, and Mitsuba is like, is there no middle ground? And Ichio says, absolutely not. You either marry her, or you don't. Mitsuba is like, well, about that middle ground, and then Ichio punches him in the face, and is like, choose. But then the monster dude from the convenience store in episode 3 shows up and is like, oh, how have this many combatants been defeated? And everyone is surprised. And then Ichio is just like, this dude is a monster? Can he transform? Is it true? And Tojima is like, fuck yeah, it's true. And he's like, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him. And he points to the monster dude. Monster dude is like, man, shut up. You probably cause trouble wherever you go, and I have better manners than you. And then Ichio punches him in the face, but he doesn't budge. And the punch rips off part of his face to expose his spider mouth. And he counters with a chop that sends Ichio backwards.
This mouth is terrifying, by the way.
Mitsuba says he's going to protect Yukarisu, and he runs off. And she's surprised that he wants to protect her because she's a Shocker. Ichio transforms into Buitre. But then Tojima and Tackle are like, nah, we're here too. I can take this dude by myself. And they all fight about who is going to fight him first. Monster Man laughs in his weird spider voice at them, and Ichio springs into action with his Buitre Mach speed kick. But it's caught, and he gets thrown to the ground, but Tojima catches him before he takes fatal falling damage from the concrete below.
Yeah, he was gonna fucking kill him. Like, he was dead. I was like, oh shit. Okay, so for the amount of strength that you need to, 1, keep your leg straight, and 2, for this dude to grab you by the leg, pick you up, like your leg would start to bend, right? He keeps that shit straight, pulls him up, and then just fucking throws him on the ground. Or throws him to the ground.
He didn't even grab his leg. He's grabbing the sole of his shoe.
Yeah, it was crazy. Ankle snapped. The amount of pressure, it was crazy.
Yeah, if he wasn't Buitre, like his ankle would be gone.
Yeah, 100% jello, dude.
But Tackle goes to clothesline him, but he throws her off. And then Tojima Rider punches him, but then he is thrown off as well.
At least he reeled from the Rider punch, you know what I mean?
He did. You wait till next episode.
I'm so excited.
They continue the attack, and Ichio Buitre chops the rest of his face off to expose his spider head. And Yukarisu is freaking out. And then Monster Man is like, oh, I thought we were fighting. And then goes to punch Ichio, but he dodges at the last second, and the punch explodes the ground. He goes in for the kill, but Mitsuba rolls in with his Rider Man cassette arm and helmet and restrains him. And Yukarisu is like, holy shit, Mitsuba, is that you? And Tojima is like, holy shit, it's Rider Man.
The naming conventions of Kamen Rider, not stupendous.
Yeah, it makes sense.
There's like Kamen Rider version 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
and then Rider Man
Yeah.
is the sidekick.
And then tackle.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
makes sense to me.
Okay, great, Greg. At least it makes sense to one of us.
Tojima says Rider Man is the 4th rider ever, and he appears in Kamen Rider Buitri. And Yukarisu is like, damn, did you run all the way back just to get changed? And he's like, yup, yes, I did. I had to transform. Mitsuba says that they can't beat him like this, and they need to retreat. And Yuriko is like, yeah, that sounds like a well-adjusted, intelligent idea that we should all take advantage of right now. Mitsuba says the wire he used is strong enough to hold 2 tanks driving in opposite directions. And he grabs Yukarisu's hand and is like, we gotta go. But she's like, wait, why are you Rider Man? And Mitsuba is like, oh, you want to know why I'm Rider Man? Well, I guess it's story time. And Yuriko is like, no, not right now. But Mitsuba says it's his and his brother's Rider story, the conflict arc.
It's beautiful.
We go on a flashback journey to young Mitsuba and Ichio watching Kamen Rider Buitri. And Mitsuba narrates that Buitri lost his parents and sisters and made the ultimate sacrifice for vengeance and wanted to become a cyborg like the other Kamen Riders.
So far, the Kamen Rider story is very sad.
Yeah, I like how his brain is above him, but they haven't actually opened his head yet, so I
First
thought it was
of
kind
all,
of weird.
That's not his brain. All right, that is just a brain that they have for lighting purposes. Obviously,
You're right.
it's giving off the yellow light, and there's no other like what is above him is not a lamp. It's not to light the organs they're taking out to replace with cyborg parts. This whole scene makes me happy. Both of the other Kamen Riders have fully transformed for this fucking operation at this point. The implications of this shit kill me.
Well, I mean, when you transform into Kamen Rider, you are a licensed, like, PhD surgeon.
Yeah, I didn't know, but Tojima should have taught me that part.
But having lost their grandparents, the boys saw a lot of themselves in Buitri. And it shows the boys doing Buitri moves in the park. I don't know if I can keep doing that for the rest of the episode.
No, you will. Greg, I believe in you.
Mitsuba is like, Ichio, you always get to be Buitri. Let me be Buitri too. And he's like, no, I'm Buitri. But you can be Buitri on one condition. You have to beat me.
This is great, Greg. I'm a fan.
Yeah, I'm not doing it anymore.
Continue, please.
Mitsuba goes for the punch, but Ichio punches him in the face and says he has a long way to go and walks off. And from then, the two began fighting over who would become V3.
V3!
Cuts to them when they're like high schoolers or something. They're older now.
Yeah.
And they duel, and Mitsuba is now holding his own, and they fought each other until dusk. Mitsuba is like, come on, man, let me be V3 once. And Ichio says, the one who's most devoted to V3 won, which is me. And he says he can be Rider Man. And then he Rider chops Mitsuba's left arm and breaks it.
He's like, I'm gonna do you a service. He doesn't say, like, you can be Rider Man. He's like, I'm gonna do you a service. Bam! And then he breaks his fucking arm. And then he's like, oh shit, dude, what the fuck was that? Why did you do that? And then he's like, I did you a favor. And then they're like sitting there and his arm's fucking broken and it's in a sling. And he's like, you're Rider Man. You're Rider Man now. You're congratulations. He's like, you could have just told me that. And he's like, nah. Rider B3, well, Rider Man got his arm burned off after being a sick scientist. And so he's not full cyborg, so I just broke your arm. I could have burned it off, stupid bitch. I did you a service. By the way, this scene of him getting thrown and like his arm is like, ah, and then it just burns off in acid. That's wild to me.
While he's wearing like a spider leotard.
This is, yeah, a scorpion shirt. Like sick as fuck. Yeah, a scorpion onesie. But like he gets thrown with the force that he's like, oh shit, I'm going to land on my head. So I'm going to put my arm up. And then he's like, oh no, it's a pool of acid. oh my god, my arm's gone. And then, like, he's just, like, sliding backwards horizontally. It's so very strange to think about how this man loses
I think
his
they
arm.
had him suspended from like his feet, and they lowered him into the acid.
Okay. Maybe he got jokered.
Is that what happened to Joker?
I don't fucking know, dude. I'm just saying shit.
Okay. Cuts back to them at home, and Ichio says, "My kindness is because I broke your left arm, not your right arm, even though Rider Man has his grappling hook on his right." And then he takes out a Rider Man mask and hands it to Mitsuba. Ichio says, "I'm the older brother, and I have 5 years of experience on you, and that makes you the guy that showed up after V3, which is Rider Man." Mitsuba gives his history lesson on what happened to Rider Man to turn him into Rider Man, and he's like, "Oh shit, I get it now." And Ichio is like, "You're the spitting image of Rider Man." Cuts back to the present, and Yukarisu is like, "Are you okay with the not being V3? And he says he wasn't sure at first, but all the other riders are full cyborgs, but Rider Man is a normal human with a cyborg arm, and he uses his wits to fight, which is sick. So that's why Rider Man is the best." Tojima is like, "Holy shit, did you make that rider arm yourself?" And he's like, "I sure did. I'd love to talk about it, but let's get out of here first."
At least he has the wits to know that they should leave after his 20-minute storyline while this fucking literal monster is tied up nearby.
Like his
But
legs
whatever,
weren't
you know.
tied up. The monster could have just like walked over there and sat down to
And
listen to
kicked
the story
them
too.
in the
but-
balls. He like literally could have like just kicked everyone and everyone would have died.
Monster Man is like, "Who the fuck are these people?" But first, female combatant. And then he telepathically talks to Yukarisu. He says, "Kill this dude." And she gets brainwashed and punches Mitsuba in the face. She then does some ground and pound on Mitsuba, and everyone springs into action, but he says he's okay. And this is between him and her. And she goes for the knockout, but he says that he loves her. And she snaps out of it. And he's like, "I'm sorry I didn't give you a proper answer when my brother fucking put us on the spot and made it awkward as shit. But even though you're Shocker, let's get married." And everyone is like, "Holy shit." Yukarisu's snot tears everywhere, throwing little hearts out of her body everywhere. And then they make out while everyone is watching. But then Spider-Man contorts his body to break out of the restraints and fully transforms into Spider-Man. Then I have a note here that says the sound and music are so good in this anime.
Oh, insanely good. Also, like, the animation in this episode for what little fighting does happen is also insane and super well detailed. And again, baddie alert. Yeah. No, Mitsuba's got the exact right idea.
I like in that screenshot that Tojima is just like crotch forward.
Also, hand on hip. Or no, he doesn't have the hand on hip.
No, that's Tackle's hand.
Yeah. My bad. But no, Mitsuba, you made the right call, brother. I get it.
Love conquers all.
This wasn't love.
It is love. He doesn't, he's not just attracted to her body. He's attracted to her Shocker soul.
Yeah, but I mean, she's got really cool hair too.
She does have cool hair. I actually like the female Shocker makeup too. I think it's pretty cool.
It's sick. She's a baddie. Full baddie alert, dude.
Yeah, I just like how the dudes just get
face masks
covering leotards.
and the girls are all like full getup, full cosplay, dude. All the effort, like in real life, like, and then the dudes are like, "Oh, I crawled out of bed and put on the same outfit I've been wearing for 20 years."
Kamen Rider's good. I like it. And I'm excited if they do a season 2. I don't know. Do I have a note here that says if they do? I don't know. I sure hope they do.
I would imagine this shit gets greenlit for season 2.
But speaking of not getting season 2,
Oh wait, no, she does the hug and then he transforms into full, and then they have the best picture of all time.
they all line up. And even though Mitsubo is literally just on the ground, he is now standing up in this picture.
Yeah, he is upright and next to them. Yeah. Everybody's shoulder to shoulder, leaning forward, going, "Oh my God!" I hope somebody knows that reference. Please, 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 please.
Yeah, I got you.
Trolls 2, thank you.